Hey friends at Salem, good to see you today. It is our Tuesday message, and your council was busy at work last night, which is actually for me tonight. I just left the council meeting, but I wanted you to get this early on. And there's some things in the mix here. We're going to continue. We voted to continue worship outside, or outdoor worship, and throughout September. Weather permitting, of course. And we'll see what the next month brings us, but with things changing so quickly, I think we'll stick with that for right now. We will continue our Bible studies on Thursdays. We're setting kind of a time at 1 o'clock. That seems to work well. Good to have some of the folks join us. Hope you can join us too as well. It's been pretty pleasant out there actually so far. We are working on how to videotape our worship services once we get back in the building. We hope that's sooner than later, but we need to have some ability for the folks that are not going to still feel comfortable coming out. So don't worry if you're some of the folks that say, hey, it's too risky for us to come out with the COVID. We're going to provide some kind of online worship service, and we have people that are diligently working on that to make sure it's a high quality worship service. So I appreciate all those folks who have worked so hard on that. We have a new secretary on our council. Clara Atkinson has joined us, so we welcome her to the council, and Debbie Lee has agreed to be our new parish nurse when Louise retires on the 1st of October. And Becca Elling has joined us on council as well. She's taking Chad's place, so good to have her with us. We'll miss Chad and wish him well. And got a few other things going on. Faith Formation is going to be beginning on the 16th of September. Part of the young people will be virtual, online, like you're watching right now. The others in confirmation age, we're going to try to get together with them as groups. They're small groups, so we think we can handle this and be very safe. So looking forward to Faith Formation starting not too soon. And the Mission Exploration team is being formed. We are working on that right now, as we are working also on the Constitution. The Constitution's a little out of date, needs some updating, needs some tweaks here and there, and so we're working on that as well. Hoping to have some new members this fall. We're going to have a new member gathering if we can get some interest. So if you know folks that are interested, please encourage them to call the office and get signed up for that. Our Synod Assembly, some of you who track these kinds of things, our Synod Assembly is in September. I think if we had known it was we were going to be the position we are in now, we would have had it in May, which is its normal time. But we were hoping by September we'd be able to gather together. Just not going to happen. So the Synod Assembly is going to be virtual this year, and I don't know how that's going to work. It's a little strange. I think the Zoom thing is yeah, it works, but it's so much better to join together in person. But can't do that right now. I want to keep people safe. That's the most important thing. We're going to have scholarship drives in September, starting September 13th through October 4th. These are scholarships for our partner congregations, both in Guatemala and Tanzania. So look forward to that. Also, if you have a chance, there's a movie that's been recommended. I've watched the movie myself. Very good movie. It's a true story called Same Kind of Different from Me. Same Kind of Different from Me. And I hope you get a chance to watch it. It's a very intriguing movie, very well done. And we're going to kind of talk about that in our leadership roles on council, but I think that we can get some conversation going around the issue. It has to do a lot with poverty and racial inequities, and it's a good movie. So I hope that you'll join us. Boy, I'm almost 5 minutes into it, and I haven't even got to the devotion yet here today. But we are going to be looking at this marvelous text. I think most of you are very familiar with it. I'm going to read from the CEV, the Common English Version, and it's a little easier to read. I like reading from that once in a while, and especially when you don't have the Bible in front of you, it's a little easier to follow what I'm reading. It's from Matthew 16, and it's and Jesus and his disciples were near the town of Caesarea Philippi. So I'm going to stop there just for a moment, because Caesarea Philippi, this city is located about 25 miles north of Lake Galilee. You know that Jesus' ministry is primarily in Galilee at this time. He has not made his way to Jerusalem yet. He's going to be doing that soon. But it's a real change for Matthew's gospel. He's really shifted to the introduction of who Jesus is in his story, to now walking the passion walk to the cross. And it seems like this seems early, but it's really not. Gospel stories are really a passion story with a little extra, a little introduction. John's gospel is nearly half of the passion story, but that's the primary focus. And the passion is Jesus' journey to Jerusalem, the cross, death, and resurrection. So because there was a spring that flowed from the cave in Caesarea Philippi, some people considered the cave to be a holy place. The Greeks called the town Panias, after the Greek god of Pan. Roman Emperor Caesar Augustus gave the town to Herod the Great. Later, Herod's son Philip rebuilt the city and named it in honor of the emperor and of himself. Yes, they had a little bit of an ego problem back then. Not much different than today. But nonetheless, kind of gives you an idea of the importance of Philippi. It's a very important city. So, when Jesus and his disciples were near the town of Caesarea Philippi, he asked them, "What do people say about the Son of Man?" Of course, he's referring to himself. The disciples answered, "Some people say you are John the Baptist, or maybe Elijah, or Jeremiah, or some other prophet." By the way, they're all dead at this point in the story of the gospel. Jesus then turns his attention directly to them, and he asked them, "Who do you say I am?" Those are tough questions when Jesus turns them to us. Remember, there used to be this show, I can't remember the name of it, but it had to do with these questions. It was like a pyramid, the $1 Million Pyramid or something. You're all going, "Oh, what's called that?" Because I can't think of what the name of it is. But anyway, they'd ask these questions, and they keep moving up the pyramid till they get to the $1 Million question. And everybody's tense. Though I don't know why we're tense. We're not the ones winning the $1 million. It's just the guy sitting in the chair or the gal sitting in the chair. But they would lead up with this final question. What is... And here we are in Jesus teaching his disciples, "Who do you say that I am?" This is kind of it, isn't it? This is kind of where the story really must take hold. Disciples, have you got it yet? Simon Peter spoke up, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And the bells and whistles and all the people celebrate and cheer and clap. He got it right. "Oh, Peter, you got it right." Jesus told him, "Simon, son of Jonah, you are blessed." Here's the key. You didn't discover this on your own. It was shown to you by my Father in heaven. This wasn't just something you studied in the books. something revealed to you. So, I will call you Peter, which means a rock. On this rock I will build my church, and death itself will not have any power over it. The whole rock business kind of is odd, because the church and rock in the Greek agree with one another, which means the rock really complements the church, not Peter. Peter actually means stone. That's a subject for another session. We don't have time to go into that. I'm already looking at my time. I'm at over 10 minutes. Can't go into that. But anyway, it's interesting because the rock really refers to the church. I will give you the keys of the kingdom, and God in heaven will allow whatever you allow on earth, but he will not allow anything that you don't allow. Jesus told his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Now, that's a whole study for another thing, but I think the thing I'm going to be focusing on the sermon with is this whole notion of this connection between heaven and earth. What happens on earth impacts heaven. What happens in heaven impacts earth. There is not a division between one and another. That's what the keys of the kingdom are about. Peter, well, he's another story. But look forward to seeing you on Thursday. I wish for you a blessed week. And as we see you on Thursday, I hope that you'll enjoy our recording on Thursday as well, that's shown on Sunday. But if not, please come and join us for outdoor worship. Great to have you there. Hopefully the weather will hold out again. So have a good week. Stay safe, and may God be with you.